8 years of political climate? Does it seem to be a losing battle right now?
I would say the only reason that the air pollution is not light years worse is because there's been a large recession, and so the level of economic activity at the port has decreased because there's been a recession. But it absolutely hasn't gotten easier. Safet?
Yeah, question. Do the weather patterns or the possibly changing weather patterns as a result of the climate change, which is not happening, supposed to not be happening quite this summer, does this negatively or positively or indifferently impact the way the port and the pollution stays in Newark, or is it taken out of the area?
I know the prevailing wind is sort of towards the northeast, right? Yeah. Isn't it? So the prevailing wind has sort of remains in that kind of direction. My sense is that the biggest impact is going to be that as you add these respiratory health stressors onto people's lives, and you have, I mentioned at breakfast that it's not at all uncommon for Newark to be 5 to 10 degrees hotter than surrounding communities. So I don't know that the air currents have changed so much as that if you've got rising temperatures, that's going to add an additional health stress onto people. Robin?
I'd just like to remind us all that there's one atmosphere on this earth. It all mixes up in about a week. It goes all the way around. So they're breathing this in China, and we're breathing China's mess here. And so it's it's concentrated here, and it's horrible, but it's getting everywhere, the whole planet.
Pat?
What influence, if any, does Cory Booker and the city administration of Newark have on the port?
I think Anna would agree to say that we've been disappointed so far in Mayor Booker's willingness to approach this aggressively and in what we think is the best interests of his constituents in Newark. The port has some sort of agreement that it has to come to with the city about paying the city for the value of what it receives from city services, the use of city land, all of that sort of thing. And we've started to try to strategize about how do we encourage and embolden the city to use that true-up process much more aggressively, so that they essentially go into it from a greater sense of having some leverage in the situation to be able to say, this is what we need out of this. We want these cleaner trucks, we want better jobs, we want local, we want more local hiring to take place, all of that sort of thing. But my sense is so far Mayor Booker has not wanted to rock the boat. I mean, these are very, very powerful industries, and they're accustomed to getting their way. And so far, I don't know, Anna, would you?
Yeah,